Hi there folks, welcome back to the IB and Andy Fishing channel and welcome back to IB.
The one and only.
How you doing, IB?
I'm alright, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, good, thank you. It is the last day of the trout fishing season up here in Derbyshire. It's October the 7th, so we thought what better time to come out and do an IB and Andy Fishing challenge than the very last day of the trout season. We've come up here to the Derbyshire Derwent on the Haddon Estate on the Peacock Fly Fishing Club waters, and we're going to do a little end of season challenge. Prior to coming out, we've both chosen 6 patterns from our Trout Dry Fly, Trout Nymph, Grayling Clear Water and Grayling Coloured Water pack. So we've only got 6 fly patterns each, and we're going to fish those flies over 3 sessions of 45 minutes to try and catch trout and grayling as they're both in season for one last day only. We've made a bit of a scoring system here. It is still the trout season, so trout are going to count for a bit more. So a trout on a dry fly is going to count as 4 points, a trout on a nymph 2 points, a grayling on a dry fly 2 points and a grayling on a nymph 1 point. So there's no benefit here just to going crazy with the nymphs on the grayling. This is definitely a trout challenge.
What about a dog on a dry fly?
We've also got Snips with us, which is going to make this extra interesting for whoever's looking after the dog, because she is on one today, full of energy. We haven't got any of your flies with you, Snips, I'm afraid.
No.
No Snips flies for today. As I say, we've already chosen our flies. IB, you've gone for an absolute power move here. I love this. Talk us through your fly selection.
Well, I was the first one to choose the 6 different fly patterns, so obviously I went all out. All of them are dry flies. I selected 0 nymphs, and that basically left Andy no dry flies.
This is such a power move. This is so tactical. So IB, having chosen the patterns that I would definitely have chosen to use today, IB has made herself so much more likely to catch on dry flies, but obviously absolutely no chance now of catching on nymphs because you haven't selected any, so it puts a lot of pressure on your dry fly fishing.
I'm dry fly through and through, so sue me.
IB, just talk us through the patterns very quickly.
So I have the sparkling net, just in case. I've got the subtle dun and I've got the subtle dun spinner. And then I have a floaty hibis caddis, and I've got CDCNL caddis, and I've also picked an F fly. But if there's no hatch, I might be screwed.
Absolute power move. I've got so much respect for that. So IB could have bought a Euro Nymphing rod with her. She's gone, no, I'm going all out on the dry flies. I'm going all out for the big points. If you pull this off, I reckon you're going to absolutely batter me today. I've also chosen 6 patterns. So I've chosen 2 dry flies. I've chosen our all-purpose olive because it's a little bit big for a pale water, but it's not far off. And I've also chosen our DHE, the deer hair emerger, because I just like that thing in all conditions.
And that's all you had left.
And that's basically, yeah, in terms of the flies we had left in the pack, they were the 2 patterns that I would have chosen. In terms of nymph, ironically, I've chosen IB's red tag from the Trout Nymph pack. I've chosen,
great fly.
because it's a great fly, I've chosen the orange tag, I've chosen the caddis scrub, and I've chosen the flash hairs here because the water is a little bit coloured following some rain that we've had recently. So nice selection there, mixture of dries and nymphs, but definitely the big headline here, sorry, it's IB's power move, dry fly only. This is going to be something else. There's already fish rising, IB. I already fancy your chances here.
Well, you know, all I'm going to say is I might be a bit rusty. Dog's barking. She's not rusty. But fingers crossed that I actually win one of these challenges, because I think it's about time I've put you in your place. Dog is still barking. She wants to play. But you taking the dog with you, aren't you?
Am I?
And the 2.
As I say, we're going to do 3 45-minute sessions. We're going to touch base after each session. It's just gone midday now, so we've arrived at the right time of day. IB, let's go and find some water and let's get the last IB and Andy challenge of this trout season underway.
Hello?
IB, how's it going?
Yes, all good, thank you.
In position?
You can't see where I am.
Oh no,
can't see where I
I'm got a clue where you are. No, can't imagine where you are in relation to all those fish rising we saw earlier. So I'm about ready and in position. Snips is very restless. You might find her floating down towards you at some point.
Okay, that's fine. I will catch you if I see her.
10 to 1 now. We'll catch up again at 25 to 1, and that'll be the end of the first session.
Don't catch too many.
Tight lines in the trees.
Bye.
Right, so IB has pulled 2 power moves on me here. First of all, her dry fly only thing is spectacular because it means that if she can get something going, she's got a great chance of building a score really quickly. The other power move she's made is she's left me with the dog, which is a bit of a pain to be honest, but we'll work through it. I've got a lovely run to work through on the far side here with the nymphs, but before I do that, I am going to go through it with the dry. with that deer hair emerger, just to see if I can lift one before we start on the nymphs. I also realised I made a mistake earlier. I haven't bought the all-purpose olive with me, I've bought the quill olive done with me. Similar kind of fly, a little bit more subtle. On a 9-foot 4-weight rod for the dry fly fishing, relatively long leader. In truth, it's a bit longer than maybe it needs to be. I might shorten this up a little bit, it's pretty windy. That's nice, just along the line of this fallen tree here. Looks like a great spot for a fish to sit in that feed line. Drifts are okay. I will say, oh, there's a fish. That's a good start. That's taken no more than a couple of minutes, and while it is a grayling. Oh no, it's off. It would have been the first 2 points. I did strike the wrong way there because I've got a bush directly behind me on my right hand side that I can't really do anything with. That is a real shame. And knowing that IB's got rising trout in front of her, I feel like I need to make a great start here.
Let's do this. There's a fish rising in the corner here. Let's see how quickly I can upset it. I've just put a subtle dun on. It will just be a really short drift because of all the fast current as well. Let's try. Oh, nowhere near. Okay, either that's another fish or there's 2 fish there, but the fish that I was casting at, it's a little bit further upstream. There it is. Okay, that might just be close enough that I can, with a bit of a stretch and one step, I might be able to avoid the first drag. There's a few more fish rising a bit more upstream that looked of a better size. The nice thing is that it's literally the last day of the season and we have dry fish rising. Right, don't have a backcast because I have the bridge here. So we will fling it. Yes! Yes, I've got it! 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 I think it's a brownie. I think it's a brownie. Please be a brownie. I mean, I will take any fish on the dry, but... Oh, it's a grayling. Yes! Oh! Whew! Okay. So, right fly. We'll say the water is a little bit cold, but thank you very much. Whoop!
Oh, here we go. Now the dog is swimming down to me. When she gets down here, she's got absolutely nowhere to go. So I'll fish my way back up. Lesson learned here. Oh, Snips. You're a good girl, aren't you? Look at you swimming your way up. Look at you, good swimming. Good swimming. I think we'll stay up at this end of this pool for a little while. Oh, there's a fish. That's a trout as well. Oh no, not another one off. Ah. Oh, I've lost 6 points in the first 5 minutes. The double problem with this is that because I'm hooking these fish on the dries, it means I'm not going to hook them on the nymphs. So it sort of costs me in both directions. There'd be an argument here to say I'd be better off just nymphing this. But as I say, I'm so concerned about IB just running away with it in the first few minutes. Right, can I keep this? That's another one off. What's happening? Let's check that hook point. No, it's sharp. Goes straight in. Right, I've thrown away 10 points in the first 10 minutes. Okay, well I'm almost through here now, and that has been a rough first 15 minutes for me. It could have been a spectacular start, and as it is, it's been an absolute disaster. I'm now unsure what to do. Do I have a look at this flat above me and see if I can find some risers and rest this for a little while, or do I go straight back through with the nymphs? I'm not really sure what to do here.
Oh, there's one underneath the tree that seems interesting. And it's rising a bit consistently. Let's try and give that a go. Oh yeah, if that's a trout, I would be very happy. That might have just landed on its head. Put the fish down with my casting. Story of my life.
Okay, so I've decided the right thing to do is leave that area alone again for a few minutes. Had a lot more activity in there on the dry fly than I thought I would, so if I just leave that for 10 minutes, let it chill out again, I might have a chance. And I have got this lovely far side line through here. I feel like I'm covering the right sort of area with this. Pretty happy with where the casts are going. I do just wonder whether the bulk of this big DHE on this flatter water might be a bit too much. Would they prefer the slightly more subtle profile of that quill olive done? So I like this underneath the trees. It lands with a bit of a splat, it gets attention. I'm blind fishing here and I really don't like blind fishing dries, and I've just hit the tree and I've snapped the fly off. This has not been a good first 20 minutes, folks. Well, at least that made the fly pattern decision a bit easier. I've taken the opportunity there to switch the quill olive done on the flatter water. Keep seeing a couple of small fish, probably small grayling, rising through here. I wonder if I could hook one of those. I would take anything at the moment, absolutely anything. Just get me off the mark. This is where IB has tactically just pulled a blinder, because she's taken probably the 3 flies that I would have chosen as my sort of specific grayling fly. She took the F fly, she took the sparkle gnat, and she took the subtle dun. And for me, out of that trout dry fly pack, they are the 3 that I would, oh yeah, it's a tiny fish. They are the 3 that I would absolutely have chosen myself to target these grayling. Let's just try that one over there again. Couple more casts. Got it. Right. Don't know what it is yet. Whatever it is, I just hope it stays on this time. Think it's a little grayling. I would take whatever. Whew, that's a little grayling on a dry fly, and that's 2 points. But on the assumption that this is going to be the most difficult fish to catch today, I'm thrilled to get that one out of the way. We just need a few more points.
I will take a few steps again. See if it helps me to reach that fish that seems to be rising fairly consistent. That might actually have a f***ing chance. Oh, I missed it. Damn it. Damn it. It's still rising, so that's good. But now I'm panicked, so I'm making horrible casts. That's got a chance. Yo. This is what I mean about grayling.
Right guys, I've just checked the clock. There are 15 minutes left. I am panicking here. So I've switched over to the Euro rig on the French leader, just see if we can gouge a few out from somewhere. I need more fish than this and I'd run out of stuffed away mat up there. As ever, our Euro Nymphing in a box kit, 15 metre French leader, and then on the point fly I've got the caddy scrub, and on the top dropper I've got the size 16 orange tag. Obviously I'm going to keep my eye out for rising fish. Oh, literally no sooner have those words come out of my mouth than the fish has just risen above me. I think the dry fly rig could be coming back out pretty soon. Right, I've picked up the dry fly rod. These fish have continued to rise. There are 7 minutes left. 7 minutes, and I am on one lowly grayling on the dry fly for 38 minutes of fishing. Let's see if we can get one of these fish rising in here. That's a little bit wide of where they've been. They're mostly in the bubble line. It's It's a mixture of rises. It could be a couple of trout in amongst the grayling here. That's better. That's in amongst them. Come on, eat that one. Got him. Got him, got him, got him. That was pretty much exactly where it needed to land. Nice grayling. Oh, another eyes in there as well. Come on, fish. Yeah, nice grayling on the dry. Okay, this is what we need. A few more grayling on dries. And we've got a chance here. What do you reckon, Snips? We've got a chance? Yeah.
I've got like 10 minutes left. I need at least one more fish to keep me in the game. At least one. Oh, damn it. So annoying. It's one of the bad sides about grayling. Rise to hook ratio is not the same as trout.
Righty, I know there's another one rising in there. If I could come out of this with 6 points, I would be absolutely over the moon with that. Now we've just got a few minutes left through here, just to try and create a little bit of scoreboard pressure on IB. Oh, just missed it. Just missed it. It is a grayling. He might take that again. Oh, he did take it again. I've missed it. What is happening here? I assume it's the same fish each time. Oh, I've just missed another grayling. Oh, I've just seen a fish rise on the far side as well. How much time have we got left? I've got like 3 minutes. I've got time for one more fish. Oh, I've just pricked one. Ah, that might put him out of the game as well. Had contact there briefly. So the one at the back I made contact with on the strike, so I don't think that's the one. Right, I've got time for one last cast. There's 30 seconds left on the clock. Come on, fish. Ah, that is it. That's 45 minutes done, and that is an absolute horror show. Snips, what do you make of that? What do you make of that? Had a shocker there, haven't I? So we've tried to do the catch-up by phone as usual, but we haven't got any signal, so I've come back down to IB. IB, how's that first 45 minutes gone for you?
Well, you know when you're fishing and you think someone's watching and then you lose your shit?
Yeah.
And you can't make a cast. That was me for 45 minutes.
Okay, in terms of numbers, how have you got on?
One
One what?
grayling.
One grayling on a dry fly, obviously, because that's all you've got, so that's 2 points.
Yep.
Yeah, you've had a shocker
Two
there.
pathetic points.
Any
And
misses, any losses?
I've missed, yeah, maybe like 10 fish.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Whoops. Okay, then. So all of a sudden, my 2 grayling on dry fly for 4 points doesn't look quite so bad, does it?
No.
Wow, I really thought I'd messed it up.
What fly did you catch it on?
Quill Olive done both of them.
Okay, so you only used one.
I've only used one pattern. So yeah, at the moment, I'm also on -5 at the end of it for patterns used. I barely did any nymphing. I barely touched the nymphing rod, which in hindsight was a mistake. I lost 2 trout and a grayling in the first 5 minutes.
Oh no.
So I lost 10 points in the first 5 minutes.
See, if you caught that, that would be me like, that's it, I can go
Yeah,
home.
yeah, we're basically
Going
done by
home.
now. Unfortunately, we haven't, so we've got to move on now to our second 45 minutes. We've both got to change location.
Who's having the dog?
You. Definitely you.
Hey up,
IB, are you in position?
I'm in position.
Are you ready to go?
You know what I just realised?
What have you just realised?
That if there's no fish rising, I'm screwed.
Well, that's what happens when you choose 6 dry flies.
Yeah, no, that just dawned on me.
Well, it was a big gamble. If it pays off, you look great. If it doesn't pay off, you look a bit daft.
Yeah, not a good look to be that.
Right, it is 2:15 now. We lost a bit of time there. It's 2:15 now, so at 3 o'clock, I'll give you a call and it's time for the end of the second session at that point.
Okay, amazing. Let's do it.
Tight lines in the trees.
Don't catch any.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so I've come up to a proper nymphing riffle. It's sort of dawned on me that I've got 4 nymphs that I've got to catch fish on ideally. And at the moment, even though my score is 4, because I've got 5 flies that I haven't caught anything, actually my score is -1. Granted, IB's is -3, so that's even worse, but really, I need to catch some fish on those nymphs. That said, I am going to do the same thing as what I did in the first pool actually, and just give it 5 minutes with this DHE in this rough water. Just see if we can dry fly a trout out quickly. I'm not going to spend anywhere near as much time on this as I did the first time round. I did way too much dry fly fishing there. Oh, I've just missed a take and put the fly in the tree behind me, and it was a trout. What is happening? I watched the whole thing. I saw the fish come right the way up to the surface. Just snatched at it a little bit early. Tight lines in the trees.
Don't catch any.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Right. One thing for good luck. These are amazing, by the way. Milk chocolate covered pistachios. If I tell myself I can have one for every fish I catch, I might actually catch a few more fish. So I will have one for the fish that I caught earlier. Andy will be well jealous. The best. I think what I'm going to do is I will walk very slowly and just like prospect the water, because I don't want to walk too fast and miss any fish that might be rising only like every now and again. Just seen one rise right in front of me. I think they will only be tiny grayling. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, well that was my plan. Because if I could pick a few of these little ones on dries and then perhaps end the session on a nice trout on the dry, if I'm prospecting some faster water on a caddis or something, I might hold a chance. The problem is, how do you strike into these little tiny grayling? They're so fast, and I'm convinced that half of the time they don't even take your fly. They miss it as much as you do. Oh, this one took it. Damn it. I missed that fish twice now. I need to be delicate with these fish. There we go. Like that. Like that. Come in, little one. 2 points. You are 2 points for me. Yay! 2 points for this grayling. Amazing. Thank you very much.
Okay, put this dry fly rig away for the moment. I'm not going to change the nymphs. I'm going to stick with the caddis grub and the orange tag. The ideal scenario here is that I just get all 4 of these nymphs caught on and out the way in this pool. So then I don't have to worry too much about, there we go, that didn't take long. So I don't have to worry too much about losing points at the end. And that is one on the caddis grub. That's a grayling on the caddis grub. It's only 1 point, but it's also a fly ticked off, so it's almost 2 points. Yeah, valuable little grayling that. Thank you very much. Right, so the first thing I've done there is take that caddis scrub on the point off and swap it for IB's red tag. As I say, I just want to tick these nymphs off as quickly as possible, and I've got good water in front of me to do that in. Fishing at reasonable range, try and keep those flies in the water for as long as possible. Upstream of me, it's much shallower. This shelves off really quickly, so I'm hoping I can get both the heavy flies out the way down here, and then use the lighter flies up in the shallow stuff above me.
Now in theory, I should be changing the fly. I'm just thinking where I'm going to lose more points. Catching the same fish on the same fly and then being deducted potentially 4 points for not using the 4 patterns, because that would mean I would need to catch at least 2 fish on dries just to compensate on that. So I might stick with this just for now. Cup. Oh, that was at my fly. I wasn't looking. Just really need to remember to be gentle. Oh. Don't think that fish took the fly. I mean, some of them might just be too small, full stop. Like that one, I think it's just like beyond hooking. Oh my god, I've just lifted the fly line out of the water and all the water drops created a rainbow. It was well cute. Oh, there's one right by my feet. Yep. Yep. 2 points. 2 points. Come on then. Okay. 2 points grayling. That's the size I'm talking about. That's the perfect size. Not too small, not too big. So that's 4 points from me now. Well, 6. Oh, quick. I don't know if it actually got my fly or not, but that wasn't my fly. Okay, that might be too small, but I will give it one more go.
Alright, so we're 15 minutes in here, and I'll be honest with you, the Euro Nymphing, other than that first fish, hasn't really worked for me. Not really had anything that I could strike at, nothing sort of obvious, and I'm starting to approach the shallow water at the top here with a rig that is probably a wee bit too heavy for it. So I'm sort of hoping that I can pick something off on that point fly as soon as possible, get that one ticked off, and then switch to a pair of much lighter flies up in the fast stuff, because there are going to be fish up here. I'm going to keep that heavier red tag on and just deal with it. I think there's a fish. There's a fish. What have we got? What fly is it on? Got a feeling that's the top dropper. It is the top dropper. That's okay. That's another one that can come off. It's a grayling, so it's only 1 point, but that's another fly ticked off. There we go. On that orange tag, another fly out the way, another step towards another victory against IB.
Okay. Yep. You are, don't come off. You are my point number 6. You're my, oh, trout. Yes, yes, it's a trout. Woo. Go on, buddy. That's 4 points. Yes, 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 yes. You are one perfect Derwin brownie. Go and grow. I will see you in a few years. Woo! Okay, so I had 2 grayling on dries, that's 4 points. And I had a trout on dries, and that's 4 points. I'm on 8 points and 10 points in total. I will take that. I will take that. So if I'm 10 points and they would deduct 4 points off of me for the flies I didn't use, that's 6 points. I need to catch more fish.
Okie doke, good stuff. So I had a feeling that orange tag would work. It's just an absolute staple in the Derwent for me. I've just replaced it with that flash hare's ear from the coloured water grayling pack, because I know the water is carrying a little bit of, ooh, there's a snag, carrying a little bit of colour. We've had quite a lot of rain recently, so the water's carrying a little bit of colour. I knew I'd be fishing areas where there might be a little bit of shadow and shade, so that flash hare's ear is a great pattern when the water's slightly more coloured, particularly for grayling. It's a great grayling pattern. Oh no, it's another fish lost. I actually think that was a trout, not a grayling. That was on the flash hare's ear. I could see that was on the top dropper. Another fish lost. This has been an absolute horror show. Interesting. I've gone over that area pretty well with the orange tag and hadn't had a take. Oh, there's another fish. That's also on the flash hairs here. So that's taken, well, I've had what, 3-4 casts there. I've had 2 takes. Alrighty, that's another fly ticked off, and that's the flash hairs here. Job done. Right, so there's no point me changing fly. I haven't got anything else to gain by changing the fly, so I'm going to keep that flash hairs here on. What I really need to do now is catch one on that point fly on IB's red tag.
That looked like a nice rise. Looked a bit more trouty than grayling as well, so we will give it a go. Yep, yep. Definitely more trouty than grayling. Get you on the reel. What are you? It's a trout. It's a mother trout. That's 4 points. It's a rainbow trout. No, it's a brownie. That's a pristine brownie. Perfect condition. And there's my 4 points. 4 more points. Nice. Wonder how Andy's getting on. I've stitched him up with the dog. Honestly, having the dog when you're fishing is a pain in the ass. I'm sure it will work out well when she's a bit older and not as excited. But for now, like, I feel for him. I might have to take the dog on the last leg because it's unfair for him to fish the entire time with the dog. And there's 2 points with a grayling. Nice. Thank you, Mr. Grayling. And there goes another 2 points. Whew. Problem now is I don't know how many points I'm on. I've lost count. I can only count to 10. Past that, lost cause.
It's not a coincidence, by the way, that I've caught these fish off the shallower water. And the water's a little bit coloured and the light's low. In terms of nymphing fish, I often find the fish move on to the shallower stuff. I think it's mostly just because they can see what they're doing in the shallower water. There's a bit more light on the riverbed, perhaps a bit more bug activity. The riverbed there's a little bit warmer. It's not a shock to me at all that we've found fish where we have, and that's another one on the flash hairs here. So we are building points here pretty quickly. Good stuff. That's 4 on the nymphs. That flash hairs here, getting the job done on the Euro rig. Nice. I will say here, I feel a little bit hard done by that all of these have been grayling. The chances of me catching 6 fish so far and every single one of them being a grayling.
I mean, I'm not liking how little rising fish there is. So I might start to move up a little bit faster. Keep doing a bit of prospecting on these edges and in front of me. Sun going in doesn't help. I need it to come out ASAP. Okay, the sun is coming out, that should help. But the wind is also whipping up.
Oh, there's a fish. Oh, it's on the red tag as well, and it's a trout. That came out of nowhere. Come on, stay on, stay on, stay on, stay on, stay on. Yes, 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 yes. Finally got a trout. So IB's red tag has come good form in the end. Little brownie, no monsters, but a 3-pointer. I'm going to stick with the 2 flies I've got on. I'm going to give this another 5 minutes. There's about 15 minutes of this session left. So I've got plenty of time to go and do a little bit of dry fly fishing if I want. And I've got a lovely flat just above me that might be the right place for those dry flies. Oh, that was a take.
Got 12 minutes left for this leg. Might have to walk backwards and keep going for these little ones in hopes that I can catch them. Because the deeper I've got, the less risers I've seen. So if I walk back, just not rising as much full stop, like not even here. I've seen a few more here than I did further upstream. Still, it's nowhere near as it was at the start of the session, which is worrying.
Righty, so I've moved myself, I've moved the dog, I've got 8 minutes. I've got a couple of fish rising in a few different spots. I wouldn't say any of them are going crazy, and I'm pretty sure they're all grayling. But if we could get the DHE ticked off now, that would be a real advantage going into the last session. That means I could just spend time trying to catch as many fish as possible. So there was one rising up the inside behind the willow tree above me. That didn't reach it, but it wasn't far off. Let's switch fish for a little bit. Let's go across here. Oh, there he is. Bubble line on the far side is a bit further across than I remembered. So a bit of a difficult one this is, because I don't know whether to switch back to the quill olive done on this glassy water and just catch the fish on double points, or try and get this fly out of the way. It's a bit of a tricky one this. It's not like I haven't still got a whole other session to use this fly up. It's quite an interesting format this. It sort of makes you question what it is you're actually better off doing. The reality is what I've been better off doing is landing one of the 3 fish that ate this thing in the first 5 minutes and then not having to worry as much. Right, no great interest in that. I have got another fish above me on the inside. Let's get in there. Maybe just a touch further into the bank would be an advantage. Oh no! Didn't even know that fish was there. I thought I was miles past. I was watching a fish that rose on the far side instead. Ah, this has not been my day so far. Got 2 minutes left. Just check my watch. I could really regret that last one. That was a shocker on my part. Gotta make those stick.
One minute left. 1 minute. Come on. Someone take my fly.
Nope, that's it. That is 3 o'clock. Mixed feelings about that one. Done good points. I've done pretty good points. But it could have been so much better. If that was a trout, which I'm pretty sure it was, if that was a trout, it's just cost me another 4 points. Right, well, I've had a much better second session there than my first session, which, to be honest, was a complete disaster. How about you?
It's not what I wanted to hear, to be honest.
How have you got on?
You need to tell me first.
Okay, well, I've had 4 grayling, all on nymphs, so that gets me 4 points.
Yeah.
And I've ticked off all of my nymphs.
Okay.
And I've had a trout on a nymph as well, so I'm in total 6 points from that session.
Okay, so and you had 4 points.
Yeah, so I'm on 10
before,
points
so
in total at the moment.
So I was on 2 points.
You were?
And I had, sorry, I need to check my notes.
Hang on a minute. You've got notes. How many fish have you caught?
I need to check my notes.
She's got notes.
So I've got 3 grayling on dries.
Okay, yep, there's 6 points. Wow.
And I've got 2 trout on dries.
Oh. Okay, so you're on...
3 grayling, 6 points.
Yeah.
And 8 points.
Yeah, so that's 14.
And then 2 more points, that's 16.
So you're on 16 points.
Yep.
Compared to my...
But it's going to be kind of minus 4 points because I only used the same flies.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. So in the last session then, you've got to get some... I'm trying to work out what the points difference is at the moment without the flies. You're on 16, I'm on 10.
Yeah, so 6 points.
Oh, crikey.
But you still have your dry fly, which could be a double.
Well, yeah, I really need to catch a fish on that deer hair
So you
emerge
need
then
a
by the
trout.
sounds of it. This is going to be close, I reckon. This is good.
Well, it will all depend on the last 45 minutes now.
That's been a great session for you. Well done. Good fishing. Good fishing. That means for the last session, you've got the dog.
Okay.
Right, we've not got much light left. It's starting to dip.
Yeah, well, the real problem is it's quite windy here. You said it wasn't as windy.
Very sheltered where I was.
Yeah, so it's quite windy here. It's whipping up, and every time the sun goes in, the fish stop rising.
Oh.
So good luck with your
I
emerger.
was going to fish down here. This is bad news.
Good luck with your emerger.
Right, I'll let you and Snips crack on. Go to
Thank
your next
you.
spot. We've got 45 minutes. And remember, with this being the last trout session of the season, this is the decider for the next 6 months.
Of who's the
better
trout
trout
king?
angler?
Trout king or trout queen?
It's all on this 45 minutes.
Hey, how many trout have you
One.
had? Landed?
Yeah.
Or nymphs?
One, yep.
Oh, honestly, nymphing for trout, disgusting.
You go away and get in position. Give me a call when you're ready.
Hey up.
Right, Ivy, this is it. All or nothing on the last pool. Are you ready to go?
I am a bit frightened, to be honest, because I'm either gonna come out looking like genius,
Yeah.
or a massive failure.
You look a genius at the moment because where I'm stood, I'm not seeing anything rise.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So it's 25 past now, so we've got till 10 past 4.
Okay.
I've got some serious ground to make up here. I hope you hit a few more trees.
I hope you lose all your flies and get nothing.
Right, 10 past 4, I'll give you a call.
Okay, see you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye. I'm really regretting my choices not to move spots now, to be honest. I don't know why I didn't move. I was just being lazy and I thought, oh, I will stay where it's better with a dog. But I really should have moved spots. It's gonna bite me in the ass.
Righty, in we get, and I have just lied to IB horribly. I am seeing fish rise actually quite close to me as well. She's done so well in that second third there. That was the big worry with her tactic in the first third. It really bit her in the bum, but there was always a chance that if she got 2 or 3 trout, she could all of a sudden build a really quick score. She's not caught on all of her flies, but she's got so many points that it might not matter. I really feel like my only option here is dries. Tick off this deer hair emerger as quickly as possible. And then, to be honest, I think I'd rather fish this area I'm in with the quill olive done, because it's a little bit more delicate, a bit more subtle. Oh, that's a mistake. That's a mistake. Real splashy, splooshy thing. No idea what that was. It could have been that fish actually there, in which case it was a grayling. It's gone a little bit quiet since I got in here. This is a bit unnerving.
I'm starting to feel less and less confident on my choices here. When do I start panicking? Might give it 5 minutes, work it upstream slowly, and then if not, we spend a little bit of time jumping spots with hopes that we can find some rising fish.
Ooh, there's a rise. Okay. It's a difficult spot. Suggests it might be a trout though, so we'll not complain too much. That's too far upstream. That's going to drag by the time it reaches him. Yeah, a bit too far upstream. Wasn't far off. Wasn't far off. Another rise a bit further up as well. Ivy was right. These fish like the sunshine. It's clearly bringing the bugs out. As soon as that sun popped out, got a few rising fish again. That's perfect. Oh, that was perfect as well. Splashed all over it. Gosh, dang it. Right, there's another one. There's part of me wondering if I might be better off on this glassy water switching over to the quill olive. It's just a bit more subtle on this very, very flat water. Try it on a deer hair emerger, and then that just sets me up to catch basically whatever I want on the dry. Oh no, you're kidding me. There's another one missed. Cheesy whack that.
I've got 35 minutes left. So that means we had 10 minutes, 0 fish, 0 takes, absolutely nothing.
Okay, so I've had to have a move because there was just nothing happening there. I've come down to where IB started, at the very, very start. I'm approaching it from a slightly different angle to her. I've come underneath the bridge. I'm going to walk up. I haven't really got time to stand and watch here anymore. I've got to crack on. I've just seen a fish rise, that's good news. I've got to crack on. I really need to catch I think I need to catch 3 trout out of here, and that's probably the reality of it. If I can catch 3 trout, give myself a chance.
Any fish?
I don't want to talk about it.
Any fish?
Have you had any fish?
I had loads.
Oh,
all
yeah.
all on dries, yeah. Yeah, why are you running?
Just keeping fit.
You in the rush? Can I use your nymphing rod? No. That means he can't find rising fish either. I think if I try and go for that bubble line on the far side, or even that sunny area here, I might have a chance. My heart is pumping like this. Oh God, I have 15 minutes left. I need to get into that bubble line. Right there. Seen a fish rise underneath that tree. Oh, mother! That was my 2-point grayling right there. The fact that Andy's scrambling from spot to spot makes me think that he has not caught.
Right, well, this is not going to plan. There was nothing happening under that bridge for me. That one fish disappeared very quickly. And with 12, 13 minutes left, this is not looking good for me at the moment. Still desperate to get this fly ticked off, although I am right on the very edge of just cutting it off and putting the quill olive done on it. It's just more effective in this flat water. I'll give this a couple of covers. There's a couple of areas around here where it might work. I'm thinking up against that fallen log over there particularly. There might be a snappy trout in there somewhere. Oh, give me a break. Give me a break. Just something, eat it. This is where IB did really well with her fly selection, because these tiny little grayling, and I get the feeling that's what she did in that second third, was just hammer on the tiny little grayling. But you can do that with a tiny little F fly, and you can do that with the Griffiths gnat and flies that she selected. Unfortunately, the flies that I picked in terms of dries haven't got that option.
Right, I can catch on you, or on the F fly as well. F fly. Yes, but I will stick with that one first and then F fly. I don't know what I was thinking going with the big guns. I desperately need of two points at least.
Oh no! How have I missed that? That was the chance. And with 4 minutes left, not sure if I'm going to get many better opportunities than that. I had a feeling at the time, but I reckon I've lost this challenge in the first 5 minutes of the first session. Those fish falling off have been the difference here.
I'm losing hope and time. We have about 7 minutes left, and what makes me think that I will catch a fish in 7 minutes when I didn't catch a fish in 40 minutes nearly. So my question is now, do I stick with that trout and keep casting until he rises and then miss it, or do I go for the grayling on the other side?
I've got this so wrong. Got this so wrong. I should have gone with the quill olive done. I'd have got more takes on this glassy water. I've been so determined so determined to get this single point out of my system on the DHE. Actually, all of these grayling I could have caught on that quill olive dome, every single one of them. That's a fish. That's a fish. What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? There's literally seconds to go here, I think. That's a trout. That's a trout. Oh my goodness. And that is, let me check the time. Oh my goodness, it is literally 2 seconds to go. Oh my word. That is the 5-point trout that we've been waiting for the whole time. So in the time it's going to take me to put this fish back, time will have ticked over. So we're yeah. So it's taken me about a minute there to unhook that fish. And in that minute, I've caught the 5-pointer. Wow, okay. So depending on how IB's got on here, this could be really interesting now.
No, we might take him, but why is Andy calling? 2 minutes early. You're 2 minutes early.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You said 1:15.
No, it's at 10 past.
Is it 10 past? Oh. Okay, well, you know what? I don't need any more time anyway, because I think I've managed to do enough in the third round to win, as long as you didn't smash it.
Okay, well, I'm going to walk down to you now and we'll do the final scores.
Okay, can't wait. Oh, fuck's sake. Yes, I can wait. And I've just missed a grayling.
Well, that was a pretty frantic last 45 minutes for me. I don't know about you.
I did not panic at any point.
I'm just saying off camera, I don't know what happens to us once we hit play on these cameras, but I never fish like this in normal situations. I never miss this many takes, I'm sure I don't.
Well, I think the way I described myself in the first round, it genuinely is like, because I think if you know that someone's watching you, of how you're fishing, you fall apart a little bit.
Yeah, well...
Because you overthink. And then I think it's the same with cameras. Like, you know that people are going to be watching you cast and make a mistake or do whatever. So, and especially you had her watching you and judging you as well.
Yeah, she's pretty judgmental. I can't think where she gets that from.
She's very judgmental.
So, last 45 minutes. I'll go first. I've had one fish. Literally in the last 20 seconds, I've had one fish.
On the dry.
On the deer hair emerger.
Okay.
And it was a trout. So that puts me on 15 points. I've caught on all of the flies, so I don't get deducted any points. All you've got to have done here is caught one fish, I think. If you've caught a fish, you've won.
I haven't caught a fish.
No, Wiggs, no. Shut up.
I haven't caught a fish.
No. Oh, no.
So, I would be at 16 points.
How have you not caught one?
Well, what I thought of me being really clever with my tactics and being super tactical, I said it might make me look stupid. I made a mistake by not changing the pools, by not going. I should have gone somewhere else. And at the point where I realised that, and it clicked in my head, I was like, it's too late now. The time is kicking. So yeah, I did not catch a fish. I've lost a fish. Well, missed a fish. Missed a grayling on the dry. I made a whole acceptance speech for my winnings, and now I can't make it.
I cannot believe it. So your final scores there, you were on 16, and there are 3 flies you haven't caught on. Is that correct?
4 flies I haven't caught on.
So you finished on 12, and I finished on 15.
Yep.
I'm genuinely not kidding here. You'll see it on the footage in a bit. I caught that fish with 10 seconds of time left. I was just talking about how it's been a disaster and it's been rubbish.
I think we need to bring in VAR here, because it might be that Andy's cheating.
It was just, I even show people the time on the thing. It is literally, I'm just saying, this has been terrible. I can't believe it. I've crumbled again. And then a fish just rose like a rod length in front of me.
Yeah.
And it was without doubt going to be the last cast. And it ate it. And it was a trout.
Oh.
Even the dog's livid.
The
dog's livid. So I'm in a lot of trouble. So which 2 flies did you catch on?
The sparkling gnat.
Yeah, great flight.
And the subtle done.
The subtle.
Was it the subtle done? Yeah, it was the subtle done.
Okay, yeah, nothing on the F-fly.
Didn't even tie it on.
Oh, crikey,
But
for
this
those
is
little
what-
grayling, I'd have gone
honestly,
F-fly.
this is how it was annoying because you know how I said, oh, I'm just gonna try and get rid of the. Why did I not use the smaller flies? So I had the spinner pattern, which I could definitely caught the graylings on,
Yep.
and I had the F-fly that I could definitely have caught grayling on. But no, I don't know why I didn't do it.
Yeah, you've had a bit of a
I
shocker
don't
there,
know.
really.
I think it's because my plan was for the third hour just to fish the faster water, try and get something on the bigger flies, and then move back to the spot. And then you tell me, oh, you can't fish the same spot twice, and that kind of ruined. Anyway, I'm just finding excuses. I'm so shit.
Oh, I
I've
can't
lost
do it.
again.
I'm genuinely gutted for you because
If
your
anyone-
second third there was so good.
If any of you just gone to the bookies and put your money on me, I'm sorry.
So,
Ow!
I'm
Is that what I get for
Little
for
elbow
not
to the
catching a
face.
fish?
So on the last day of the trout season, the last IB and Andy challenge of the trout season has been decided by one tiny little brown trout in the last 10 seconds of the whole challenge.
Yeah.
Ouch. Guys, I really hope you've enjoyed that. I can tell you I absolutely haven't.
I really enjoyed, actually. I did really enjoy
Yeah,
it.
good. No, I did.
I tell you what, it was really nice day. It was lovely weather. And I was just so happy to catch 2 trout on dries at the last day of the season.
You take these conditions
I
at this
just
time of
take
year,
that,
don't you?
yeah. It's been lovely.
That's it, IB. Another trout season's gone. Where is it gone?
I don't know. I think the dog ate it.
Guys, as ever, we're really grateful for everyone who's watched this video and watched all the videos we've made. I know we've not been making many recently, and at some point we'll make a video explaining why that is and sort of what the plan is going forwards. But for the time being, those of you who have stayed subscribed, those of you who are new subscribers, thank you very much. We do really appreciate it. As ever, all the flies that we've used are available on the web shop. If you want to check out some new flies coming into the grayling season, then they are available. Not all of them are made out of Snips's fur, but there might be a couple in there if you're lucky. We'd best get her walked, washed, get back home. And again, thank you guys very, very much for watching this video and for all the support throughout the season. We're going to see you guys again soon for some more grayling fishing, maybe some more pike and perch fishing, who knows?
Well, at this rate, I'm just not going to catch anything.
And some more stuff very, very soon. Take
Bye,
care,
guys.
folks. Bye-bye. Bye, Snips.
Mwah.